Slow down, city life, yeah. Slow down, realize you only got one life, yeah. Hold me to the sunrise, yeah. No time, city life, yeah. Slow down, realize you only got one life, yeah. Hold me to the sunrise, yeah. Sorry if I ever did you wrong. I have always been on my own. But I'm back, and I'm better, and my jacket still got that. I'm in a place where I finally belong. I had to get rid of some demons. I had to get rid of some snakes. People never wanted to believe. If there is a will, there is a way. If there is a will, you pay them. If the road and the long ride. If there is a chance, you better take it. Chase the dream, don't chase the bad.
Echo, stop.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerrero. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Let's go. Throwing now from the gun. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here we go, set. Set, go. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, 49ers. They'll give it to Guerrero. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Guerrero. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stopping for no gain.
That's complete to Kittle, the tight end. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Kittle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, 49ers. That his first touchdown of the new year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And a good run there. Gonna get... They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco.
Isaiah Pacheco, ball carrier. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Arizona.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun, here's Pacheco. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag down. It's 4th down, so this is a very big call. Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. So Kittle comes in motion. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
1 quarter in the books here. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle. Here's a 3rd and 10. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. Look at the big guy rumble. What about that? Out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It is a big gain for Arizona. A gain of 48. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Out of the pistol, it's Pacheco. And he will get into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Arizona.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Quick throw out wide, taken in by Pearsall. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll run. Here's Garendo. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's the punter now. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now, faking the give. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Back to the air one more time. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They'll look to throw yet again. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Two minutes to play. in a tight one-point game in this first half. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. He is in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Cardinals. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. From the 39, here's a first and 10. On the handoff, it's Garendo. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And the Niners are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. They'll throw out of the gun. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll look to throw again. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
79 Bronco. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. What a throw. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. So now this to give themselves a lead here, heading to the half. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
14, Cardinals 13.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. First and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Putting the tight end in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A give here to Pacheco. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. They'll look to throw. This throw left side, caught by Kittle.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it! And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Garenda. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. On 2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
He's got his big tight end. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Pacheco. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's 3rd and 2. Williams in motion. Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Harrison right side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Back to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They sent Godwin in motion. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Third and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The field goal unit is out for the Cardinals. And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. And that is incomplete. They had a sure 3 points there, but they got a little greedy, went with the fake, and they'll get no points and turn it over on downs. Here comes Garenda. Not much space developing. He'll get to about the 14 this time. So, here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Open man downfield is Kittle. And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 55 yards on the game. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to try it here again. And that is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
He'll return this from the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he's into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Cardinals. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. Extra point attempt still to come. And he missed it. It's no good. Wow, that could be costly because it is just a field goal difference. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. On first down, here's Garendo. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Let's go. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Now a give to Pacheco, running right, and he'll get about 5. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's a toss to Pacheco. He gets free, and he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Incomplete. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The PAT, up and good. And the Cardinals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. That's the safety, Percy Butler. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.